Te noto angustiada, dime qué te pasa. Tenemos que hablar. Toda esa costumbre que hoy nos envuelve nos hace fallar. Claro que tropiezo y que me equivoco, siempre fue así. Estas son palabras que te habla un tonto para no sufrir. Y ahora decide tú, yo ya no puedo más. Y ahora decide tú, qué es lo que harás. Y ahora decide tú, yo ya no puedo más. Y ahora decide tú, qué es lo que harás. Todas las memorias que ayer recordaba me hacen pensar qué hermosos momentos que hemos vivido con felicidad. Tomemos con calma esto que nos pasa y abracémonos. Nada es tan terrible cuando nos miramos, poderoso amor. Y ahora decide tú, yo ya no puedo más. Y ahora decide tú, qué es lo que harás. Y ahora decide tú, yo ya no puedo más. Y ahora decide tú, qué es lo que harás. Decide tú, qué es lo que harás. Y ahora decide tú, yo ya no puedo más. Y ahora decide tú, qué es lo que harás. Y ahora decide tú, yo ya no puedo más. Y ahora decide tú, qué es lo que harás.
Wacky Wednesday. It's Wacky Wednesday con El Bumper.
Unfiltered, the real deal. No pre-planning, no chingaderas. Straight up from the bill.
Wacky Wednesday.
B-Town's very own.
It's Wacky Wednesday con El Bumper.
Here's your host, Bumper Gomez.
Dang, Eddie. You got me right. Like, what? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Bumper's Wacky Wednesday, live from the studio here in San Antonio, Texas. It feels like I haven't been in here in a year, and it's actually been about 2 weeks. Well, I'm in here every day, but I haven't been on camera in 2 weeks. A lot of people don't know I got a normal job. They think this is all I do. So I do have a normal 9-to-5 job, and sometimes it's asked of me to leave the great state of Texas, and that's what happened last week. So before I forget, I want to give a big saludos, a big thank you to Rigo Navaira for filling in last week for, being a host on Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. It's not an easy, we had a long conversation, and he said it's not an easy task to carry on a conversation for a long time with the camera in your face. So again, thanks to Rigo. Muchísimas gracias, dude, for filling in. I really, really appreciate it. And then before I forget, I better see comment after comment after comment tonight, because tonight, this is how much love this guy has for Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. Today is the producer Eddie's birthday. Right? Yeah. All right. Happy birthday to Eddie, and guess where he's at? Behind the cameras, doing what he loves to do. So again, happy birthday, Eddie. You could be, eating a steak dinner, but you're here with us, man. When I got back from my trip, I got to visit my grandkids in my hometown. I got to visit my son and my daughter-in-law and have a good lunch with them and just kind of roam around my hometown. I got to see a little bit of my family. It was a what I call a hit and run. We just kind of went through Beeville real quick, said hello, and we had to get back to some business here in San Antonio. But when I was there, I got a text message from the mayor of Beeville, Texas, and he was actually at home enjoying a football game, right? So un saludos to the mayor of Beeville, Mr. Mike Willow. He had me come by real quick, and yeah, this is what happened.
Tell me and go. My Bumper, growing up, you've meant a lot to me, man. I've watched you grow through your military career, from when we were kids playing basketball inside your house, chains wrapped in the garage, little scary stuff, and you're doing big things, and we're very proud of you here in Beeville, and I want to present this to you so you can put it on your show, let everybody know that you're from here, so that everybody knows you're Beeville ready and Beeville born and bred, so that
Show some Beeville
love. Show some Beeville love, you know what I mean?
Man, well, thank you, bro. We're going to put this in the studio, man. And you know that I'll never forget where I come from.
Absolutely.
That's for one thing for sure. If anybody's ever met me, you always know I'll never say, I live in San Antonio, but my hometown is always going to be Beeville, Texas. And also for you, man, thank you for what you're doing for the community. It's an awesome thing to see from the outside looking in, to see people I grew up with taking care and loving their community the way you do, man. So continue to do that. I appreciate it. Thank you. Damn. So yeah, man. So we have before you guys call the police que me robé el pinche sign afuera de Beeville. No, it's a recycled sign. If you were to see it up close and personal, you would know that it's a recycled sign. But enough about that. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason you guys are on tonight, this band holds a very special place in my heart. And the reason they do, I've told them many times before, is because they are probably, between me and my wife, that's probably our favorite band together. Like we each have our own, but together, Masizzo was one of the first CDs that we traded. We traded back when I was living in Florida. So Masizzo is every song, dude. Every song. The Masizzo is one of those bands that you can go through a CD. Like, say you haven't heard an album in a long time, and you just put it on and like you're doing something, and then a song comes out and you're like, "A la madre!" And then that one, and then that one, and then that one. You realize, like, dude, these dudes have been around for a long time, and they've been doing it big with great music. The song that we started off the show with, beautiful video. Isaias he's picked up the torch and ran with it. He's keeping the Masizzo torch. Not that your Theo and your dad aren't, here with you, but he just kind of picked up the torch, which is really, really cool to see. So, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Dilly/Pearsall, pues ahí en ese rumbo, right? Make some noise for my good friends, Grupo Masizzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So everybody got the word except Brian. Just to throw him under the bus right away.
I knew you were going to say that.
I offered him a black cowboy hat, but no.
Even Eddie has a sombrero on, man.
Even Eddie has a hat on, man. Speaking of caps, man, un saludo to my good friends, Texas Hat Company. If you guys saw Vinny Tovar here a couple of weeks ago, he was wearing one, and they reached out to me and gave me a couple of hats to sport on the show. So if you guys like these hats, they say Texas. Go and check them out on Instagram, Texas Hat Company. They got some awesome caps, different colors, different styles, whatever floats your boat. So go check them out, man. Thank you to Texas Hat Company. Appreciate it. Well, Masizzo, what's up, dog?
What's up?
Nada.
What's up with you?
Well, same old shit, different week, but aquí andamos.
Hey, I thank you for the nice words. Pound for pound, we're like up there.
Pound for pound, bro. Yeah, I clearly can remember in a parking lot, like, the M3 CD, the silver and black one, and she was like, "Hey, you gotta listen to this."
So which one's your favorite? M3 or M3?
Well, that's always been a debate. M3 or 100%?
Man, dude, but
or the first one.
Nah, 100%, like 100%.
That one?
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
That one was, but I just remember, that's when I started to learn about Grupo Masizzo, man.
Yeah.
And we were talking offline. If you stop to think about the way the music industry has changed, we talk about change. And ladies and gentlemen, you guys are in for a treat tonight because I have two gentlemen here that love to talk about the industry, the music, and you can't tell these dudes nothing because they've been around. They played with the.
They say it's me and my dad.
Yeah, they played with the best of them. You know what I mean? And they've been in this industry for a long time. So whenever I get a phone call from either one of these guys, or all three of them, it's always going to be a great conversation. Brian's a little more on the serious side. Cuyo, he comes to me with a lot of jokes sometimes, but it always ends up with some great conversation, man.
And a dream.
And a dream. We'll get into the dream in a minute, Vato. But no, man. And so where I was going with this when we were talking offline is to me, Grupo Masizzo is a group that was the beginning of a change. And the people watching, you can agree or disagree with me, but to me, they were the beginning of the change. And when I say that, you go back to the Emilios and to the La Mafias and to Sombras and to all these. That was in the early '90s. That was Tejano was kicking ass. Then came the middle of the latter part of the '90s, right? Like '97, '98. I know Intocable probably started, 95, 96?
Intocable started like 94.
94?
Yeah.
Okay. So from that, you guys created your own branch. And I don't think people really stop to think about that. I know we've had norteño music forever and a day. And you're going to have the people who like to label. And I do it sometimes, but I really like to stay away from the labels. Mm-hmm. Especially when I'm talking to these two dudes. Because
one of the things that happened, Bumper, like in 1990 salió un grupo. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Salió un grupo que se llama Los Tiranos del Norte in 89, 90. And they were young guys from California. And Brian can attest to this. We started listening to them, but we always listened to Relámpagos and Ramón. And of course, my dad's band, Los Truenos, ¿verdad? Pero entró un grupo chavalón que eran Los Tiranos del Norte, Gustavo Cota, and those guys from California. They were super young, bro. They were like 16, 17, 18.
Our age. I mean,
they were a little bit older than us.
A little bit older than us, but it was...
But they came out with the fresh style, okay? And they were implementing minors and acordeón y bajo sexto. Pero in Monterrey, you had Salomón Robles, who came out with the style that was pesado. And this is a lot of things. This is information that I've not information, but these are conversations that I've had that with Ricky Munoz or with Johnny Arriola, with people that are credited, quote unquote, for the change of Tejano music, ¿verdad? So we're listening to Tiranos. At the same time in Zapata, Ricky's listening to Tiranos. So is Johnny and Banquete, and so are the guys from Pesado. We're listening to the same stuff, but in different places during the same era. So entra Salomón with a different style. Pero there was one album, Tejano, that we can all like agree with. And I had the privilege to talk to Oscar and Mando once, and I told them, Into the Future from La Mafia. That album was such a different album because they recorded it with different songwriters. It was a different type of approach than a Mafia album. That was the first one that started like to really implement like lyrics that were thorough. There were beautiful lyrics and melodies. And the progressions of the notes, pues estás en primera y luego to minor, luego pues para otro minor, después tercera, segunda, whatever, right? So the progressions of the notes, they're the same style that these songwriters como Miguel Mendoza Luis Padilla, all these songwriters started and they were listening to Tejano music, right? So you combine both Tejano and Norteño, y sale lo que es Intocable, Palominos. Those were the first. We can't take credit for that, man.
Pero,
you know,
but you guys are in the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was with
Intocable,
Intocable, and I hate to do that, right? But I was with Intocable, but Intocable was ya tenían Fuego Eterno. I was there cuando I started promoting La Mentira and Parece que no coqueta. Pero cuando sacamos No Te Vayas, it's sort of like and Y Todo Para Qué. It sort of like changed. It moved the direction. It really did. We saw it live. And we started gigging a lot in Monterrey, a lot in the northern part of Mexico, and we started heading out to southern Mexico también. My point is that, you know, there was a lot of bands that were doing the same thing that we were doing, and that also you saw the perfect storm. You know, we were one of them.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the thing is that when we were young, man, when we were little, listening to Ramon Ayala, I mean, todos going back before Tiranos is Ramon, right? Our biggest influence is Ramon, even my dad's.
Yeah.
So, and my dad was our big influence también, ¿verdad? Pero listening to Ramon, going to middle school, my brother, you know, had a motorcycle. When I would go, he would drop me off. We would listen to Ramon on the bike, on the motorcycle. You know,
Era el álbum de Aferrado por Ti and that album.
Yeah, dropping me off in the morning, listening to a las 8 de la mañana. You know what I mean?
Full blast.
Full blast, dude. And if there was people outside, you know, waiting to go to school, you say, "Hey, bájale!" Like it's embarrassing, dude. You know.
Ya les oía más.
No, I mean it wasn't cool to listen to Ramon back then. You know, it really wasn't. But we didn't care. We didn't. I mean, that's what we liked. That's what we loved.
Pero con tiempo, porque dijiste que dice turn it down.
No.
Well, he was a kid. He was young.
When we were late, and nobody was there, we wanted it at full blast.
He was sixth grade, man. You're talking about sixth grade.
Yeah, sixth, seventh grade.
I was like a eighth grader freshman, you know.
Oh, so he's older than me.
Yeah.
The first time he says he's older than me.
No, I am older.
He always says he's younger than me.
Hell yeah.
Hey, my dad says he's younger than me, man.
I've always said this about Cuyo. Like, this dude does not age, bro. Like, to me, he looks younger. You look younger now
than Isaías.
Than you look. You do look younger than Isaías. One, but you do look. I mean, you go back and look at like some of the.
Hey, I got your shirt. I got you, man.
So
the only guy that's been here that has reversed age besides this guy is David Mares.
David Mares?
Have you seen David Mares?
No.
Oh my God, bro. I asked him his skin regime. Dijo Dove. Dove, the soap bar. Well, we went off on a different tangent. That's what happens on Wacky Wednesday. We go off on different tangents. But, you know, going back to the subject, right? Like, you're right. Palominos, Intocable.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
the one thing, and I don't want to interrupt you, but the one thing that we did that was different, and this is what we did different. We arranged our drums different. Danny Martinez came in the band, and he wasn't playing like René, or he wasn't playing like Mario Padilla or Jose Luis Ayala. He was playing like a rock drummer. You see, and I've had conversations with Joey, and he attests that Danny was the one who brought that style. That rockteño, whatever it is, it was not rockteño back then. Joey took it to another level, ¿verdad? Pero me refiero con his gear and his image and show and todo. He's like, he's legit, you know.
Right,
I'm not saying he's not legit. He's like 100% legit. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that when we started arranging songs, they were like, remember when Motley did this, or remember, you know, we want to do this mix like this, and we put a talk box on the voice and on the accordion, and we did effects. I will tell you this, the engineer was what the heck are y'all doing, man? You know, we're not gonna do that here. It's not gonna work. What the heck are you doing?
Right.
But then after it worked,
he was bringing out gear, and he said, when we did Solamente Mía, I was telling my wife and my son Daniel.
It's one of my favorites.
Solamente Mía, I waited for everybody to go to the hotel room. Y le hablé al engineer, hey dude, I want to get you in the studio solo because I can't make this talk box work and I need to be alone with you. That way we can figure it out. So we went back and he agarró ánimo because al principio was like, what the heck are y'all doing, man? Y'all are, you know, this is too much, you know.
Right.
At the time, Solamente Mía had, it was a lot of mics. It had like 55 mics that were connected because of all the drums and everything. Anyway, I ended up going back and we put the time into I put the time into that song. The band put the time into that song, and it came out the way it came out because
bass solo.
Yeah, tenía bass solo, pero
you know what I mean? Like, who would put a bass solo
the talk box had
a cumbia, man?
And you were happy because you had a solo.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just it had a talk box, a bass solo. It had a flanger on the.
So those are the things that we did bring that were a little bit different. Pero mis respetos para todos esos grupos that came at the same time or right before us. And you know what? Nunca dejamos de escuchar La Mafia.
We can't forget, look who's
Juan P. Moreno.
Saludos. Saludos to Juan P.
That's another one right there. Juan P. Like a big influence in La Onda. He's the one he influenced Johnny to play a certain way. Yeah. The only thing we did with Masizzo, we didn't play, no decíamos primera y segunda y yo me quitaba y él se dejaba caer. Pero era mucho de influence de Juan P., ¿verdad? Mm-hmm. You know, and we had a lot of influence from Mafia, from David Lee Garza, ¿verdad?
And you know, it's funny you say that, man, because I think there's a lot of groups out there that fall in this, I don't want to say genre, but this style.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes you know, people know them so much as playing that way, they forget that a lot of their roots are the same Tejano that we grew up loving. You know what I mean?
Like the new Tejano and contrary to what people believe, Tejano está más fuerte que nunca, man, porque tiene esa frontera de parranda. Secretto, all these bands that have come out, they all are from Texas. They all speak English. They all are influenced by Mafia. They're influenced by David Lee, by Little Joe. I mean, we talk to them. You know, that's who. They're not influenced by Los Cadetes de Linares, ¿me entiendes?
But the thing is they the honest thing is that they don't slap the table that we're Tejano, because you'll cause controversy.
Well, this is the thing. Everybody,
I know sometimes. To me, what I don't like is when they say, well, I think a lot of bands don't do the Tejano thing because they think it's gonna hold them back from crossing borders.
But what people don't understand, man, is Tejano music. The first Tejano music was
conjunto music.
It's accordion y bajo sexto. No,
that's where it was.
Not a keyboard. It was from the 30s. There was keyboards in the 30s, but no, you know,
there wasn't.
There was no
Dio vuelta.
So that was Tejano music. That was our music. I mean, obviously we weren't alive, but
Santiago Jimenez,
that was Tejano music.
Santiago Jimenez, all those bands from the 40s, 50s, como dice Brian.
And then it changed into the 60s.
The 60s and entró Sanio Osuna.
Brass stuff,
you know? Like a lot of brass.
And it hit. It hit. Imagínate que este country fuera nomás Travis Tritt, o fuera nomás que ahorita no. Country's dead because Travis Tritt is not hitting, or because Clint Black is not hitting. You understand what I'm saying? It evolved to whatever it is. It evolved. That's all it is. And Secretto and all those bands.
But I just don't think that the fan base.
It's okay. That's in San Antonio, bro. That's San Antonio. I'm sorry, but that's San Anto, okay? The Tejano.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
Everywhere else,
hey, put the thing on the bottom, please, Eddie. Put the what do you call it on the bottom, just so people know the views expressed in this interview.
That's fine. Hey, bro, let me tell you something, and I'm gonna tell you straight up. There's a big world of Tejano music all over, Texas, Estados Unidos. We are defined as Tejano everywhere we go. So is so many bands, man.
If you go to Mexico, what Tejano is, they're going to name Masizzo, Intocable,
Sólido. We're all Tejanos out there. Everywhere we go. And
they're making the most money ever.
Yeah. Ever.
Because you're from Texas, you're automatically
and that's the great thing about a topic, or talking to somebody, it's everybody has their opinion. You know,
true, man. That's
everybody
true.
has an opinion.
And so from that branch, dude, like you know how forests are made, right? The trees grow and then seeds fall, and then more trees grow and more trees grow. If you stop to think, the groups that you name, like De Paranda, Secrettos, all these bands, they come from this
pot.
This pot. You know what I mean? But again, if you get down to the ingredients, our ingredients are still some Tejano influence.
Yeah.
But, a lot
no
of
se les va
Tejano.
a quitar nunca.
Yeah, no, for sure, man.
It's just a matter of we were once talking to somebody in the studio and dijo, it's like soup, man. It's all this. It's soup is soup, right? Tejano music is that, but sometimes you want chicken soup. Sometimes you want beef soup. It's just like a different type of
a
flavor. Everybody has a different flavor.
We own
That's
restaurants, I mean, so.
Shout out to Garcia's y ¿cómo se llama el otro?
Garcia's on
Yeah,
35.
Garcia's, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is with the menu, say a certain dish would hit back in the day or a few months ago or whatever, and then now they like something else, and it doesn't mean that they're not coming into the restaurant, but it just means that they're ordering something else, and that's this thing with music, the same thing.
It's a different point of view, man. It's
no, for sure.
Que no se agüite la gente que tenga miedo, you know.
Back in the day, when we started, it was puros clubs, clubs and privates, dance halls at 500, 600 people. We were happy. Now these guys are playing at the stadiums or arenas and stuff like that, dude. So how can people say it's dead?
No, it's not.
How can people say
it's
that?
Strong.
The moment you say it's dead, whatever you're saying is this dead or is that dead? Yeah, whatever you're talking about might be dead, but not other stuff, you know, that comes out.
That's from the same pot.
Exactly.
Yes, that comes from the same pot. No.
They're they're playing in front of more people. They're actually lo que hizo Selena, ¿verdad? Lo que hizo Intocable, lo que hizo La Mafia, it's still paying off, ¿me entiendes? Selena would probably be, en paz descanse, would probably be, you know, touring with would have already toured with, you know, all these mainstream bands.
Artists, yeah.
And she wouldn't be Tejano anymore. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because she crossed over.
True,
you know,
true, man.
It's just a point of view, you know, a different point of view. But if you want to talk about the Cowboys now, we can. We can let go of the Tejano music.
Yeah, hey, the Cowboys, bro. I don't. Money in the Super Bowl todavía o no?
Again.
It's Cowboys.
If they buy a ticket.
If they buy a ticket, that's all right. My team's 0-3, bro. So I'm not even gonna.
What team is that?
Tennessee Titans, baby.
They're good. They got a good quarterback. No. They're gonna. Believe me, dude. They're gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right.
I'm gonna no, dude.
Juan Treviño, Masizzo, de los primeros grupos que grabamos mis canciones.
Hey, Juan Treviño, man.
Award winner. Right there.
Juan Treviño, he sent us a bunch of songs, right? And I was able to get one of his songs with Trueno, my cousin, Amor o Capricho, and that was one of the first songs that ever got recorded. From Juan. Now he's a legendary Tejano songwriter, you know.
Grammy winner.
Bro.
Grammy winner. Saludos, Juan. Hasta Houston.
He is, like, it takes a special person, bro. You gotta be, to me, I've always said, you gotta be born with the gift to write music.
Absolutely.
Not anybody can just write music like that, dude. And then hit after hit after hit. Yeah. Like, it takes a lot. Like, you just gotta be artistic. For sure, man.
One of the things que tiene Juan, man, he sends real good demos to the bands, so it makes it a lot easier. It's hard whenever.
So what are you trying to say, Brian? You're saying that some of the demos you get?
Some demos that we get, they're harder to comprehend. You understand? So cuando lo manda Juan, he actually puts time into the actual production of the maqueta and.
Can you put that one back up?
We got a demo.
Un saludo to David Ortiz, another member.
Hey, Dave.
He said, un saludo to Tejano Chicano. Right there. He said, did you lose it? Right there. My parents are Mexican. When I was 13 years old, I discovered Intocable, Masizzo, Costumbre, Signo, Los Palominos.
Saludos.
Saludos, bro.
Saludos.
That's all from that big branch of tree. That's it, the tree that we're talking about, right?
Talking about the demos, we got a demo not that long ago that you could tell was recorded on a phone, but then it was a cassette player. You could hear the button.
Yeah.
And then it started playing.
Hey, but dude, you know, you never know, bro. It could be a song that comes from there that, you know,
you're
a monster.
You never know. Un saludo para David Ortiz, Grupo Ambición, all the way to the Valley.
Well, he's from the Valley, pero el vato siempre está donde quiera.
Yes, troquero. We actually did a song. Man. We did a song for him. Nomás que I need to finish the accordion on it. Se llama El Troquero.
Estoy esperando mi papá, David.
Yeah, we'll get it done. Saludos a Jim Luna también.
Un saludo to Jim Luna, Quarter Moon Productions, a todos, everybody tuning in, todos que están, you know, mirando de México. We're starting to get a lot of fans from Monterrey, de México. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Pues aquí hablamos nomás un poquito español, so vas a aprender más inglés que español. Pero aquí andamos.
Saludos a toda esa raza de México, de la República Mexicana de Monterrey. I have people right now that are actually watching.
From Monterrey?
De Monterrey, I actually just saw.
Well,
saludos.
You know, a long time ago, my brother-in-law used to help out Grupo Rayo there in Dili. Memories.
Yes, sir.
Oscar Jaramillo. Double O, right? Double O or J. Un saludo to Joey Rodriguez. Un saludo to Joey, man.
Vamos a comer. Dice, we're going to go eat after.
Yeah, no, man.
Of course.
I ate with him Monday, dude. And we went to Fernando opened a new restaurant.
Yeah.
There
They invited us
on
to
the
go
west. Dude, legit.
Really?
Yeah. Pinches costitas. You like the costitas, what do we call that? I call them tablitas. But they're like the
Costillas cargadas.
yeah, well, sideways, like
Sí.
they're cut sideways.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck, they were good, bro.
And you haven't gone to the restaurant, man, other than Pearsall.
Mira, ahí está
Or-
Monterrey. Ahí está Monterrey.
I think I know
Ese es de
why.
Monterrey.
Saludos, Fernando.
It's too
Hasta
freaking
Monterrey,
far, man.
carnal.
It's too freaking far to go all the way over there.
Eddie.
But we have.
Eddie, get the Bravo on camera.
Isaias has invited me. You guys have invited me. I've gone, dude. Matter of fact, I take my friends from here.
Bajo
Every now and
Sextos
then, my
Vega.
friend Mario, un saludo to my friend Mario Reyes. Ahí en cuando me pega, like, hey, wait, vamos. Because we get to talk.
Yeah,
we go
yeah.
to couples, me and my wife and him and his wife, and we talk, old school. Mama and Camino. we
You gone
talk.
to the one in Delhi?
No,
No,
we
you
just
need
went
to
to
go,
the
man.
one in
No, you need to
Pearsall.
go.
So,
You're gonna go see me cooking in the back.
there, hey,
That's
whatever. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you brought that up. Pues check this out. Un saludo to Fernando Bajo Sexto Vlog, right? Bajo Sextos Vega, there in Monterrey. Gracias está con nosotros. But going to these guys, you heard them say they both own a restaurant in Pearsall and Dilley. But I will never forget, I had dinner with a friend of mine that's from Chicago, Illinois. And I said, you want to go get a steak? He said, let's go. So we took the cruise down there. Another friend than the one I'm talking about. And he ate it. It's like one of the best steaks he's ever had.
He said it wasn't the best steak.
No, it was one of the best steaks he's ever had.
But he said it was one of the
Well,
best steaks.
yes.
Did he say one?
But check it out.
We lost.
I had a video, I don't know if you guys I don't know where you were playing, but there was it was a video they got, and Isaias.
It was in Brownsville. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
Brownsville, and there was dude, it was crazy amount of people, right? And I told him and his wife, I said, you want to see how humble this family is and how humble these people are? Check this out. And I brought out my phone, and I showed him that picture. And I'm saying this with chingo de sentiment, for me, it was because you represent our culture and our people and how we are. But to show them, and he's Puerto Rican and his wife is African American. So I showed him the picture of him singing like that with thousands of people, right? And there he was running back and forth helping in the restaurant. She's like, that's the dude. I said, yeah, he's working. This is his family's restaurant.
Yeah.
Lleno de harina o algo.
Yeah, dude. And so they were to the normal people. They think that I've always said this on the show, right? That once you guys step on stage, you guys are just these millionaires. Everybody thinks that if you hold an instrument or you sing, you're a millionaire, no matter what kind of music you're in, right? I think that's common. The common person thinks that.
You know how humble he is? He does it for free.
He
plays,
No,
he plays
Mira,
for free.
Mira, yo nomás digo, págame los biles y ya.
You're good.
Ya, pues.
Bumper, he plays for free. He plays music for free, and he
Manejo el bus.
nada más le damos de comer.
I wish.
But I'll always
kidding.
remember.
I wish
I'll
you-
always remember that
I
moment,
wish.
man. I'll always remember that moment because I remember his wife just like, she's like, "Oh my God, it's a lot of people," and I waited for her to and he came up, hey, bump, everything good, whatever, and then she's like, when you walked away, she's like, "Hey, that's the dude from." I said, "I'm telling you,
That's cool.
this is their restaurant." So
We didn't have a choice, man, because my mom was there that day. Si no, los ya los regañaba.
She put us to work.
Un saludo para my mom. Un saludo para toda la gente de Dilley, Pearsall, Cotula, Natalia, Divine.
We just
Todo
played in Cthulhu.
el A30. Saludos. They are so good to us. They support our business. They support our band. You talk about being humble, ¿verdad? It goes back to what we learned as kids, ¿verdad, Bumper? And igual como tú, ¿verdad? There's no such thing as que los creemos, ¿me entiendes?
Yeah.
We love the work, man, I love to get into the kitchen. A veces me corren de la cocina, me dicen los cooks, hey, salte, pero I still like being in there, at least to pretend that I'm, doing
No,
something.
he loves to cook, man.
I do,
He
but they don't
loves
let
to
me
cook.
no more, man.
So the real question is, who marinates those steaks?
We don't marinate them.
I'm a drummer, so I don't know.
We don't marinate them. You know what I do?
Wait, are you kidding me? Right?
No. We don't marinate it. It's
They're
a
cut to
secret.
order.
No, but hold on. He says no. You can't give away everything. Okay.
Cut to order.
What we do is something we do our own seasoning. Okay, and you have to have a real sharp knife, and that's about it. Okay. That's all the information we can get.
Es que pues no te va a decir todo. Eso
No,
es el
I
pedo,
know.
no te
It's
va a
like the
decir todo.
KFC.
I'll
It's
tell
like
you.
the-
I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah,
got
so
you.
you have to kill you.
I'll tell you
We
afterwards.
got a surprise for them. So, but before the surprise,
Yeah.
you want to play a little one, just to
Simón?
get warmed
quiera.
up.
Just
get
to say, with that the advice you just gave, people are gonna get a sharp knife.
Got
They're
the
gonna
sharp
make their season, cut the steak, and they're gonna wait for it to cook. You know.
I'll tell you later.
What do I do next?
¿Qué va a tocar?
Hey, lo que ustedes quieren, man. We're live here on Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. Whether you're watching on YouTube, everybody
What do
watching
the
on
people
YouTube,
wanna
thank
hear?
you guys so much. What do you guys want to hear? The first person to comment one of their songs, that's the song we're gonna play. And it's gonna go by what Eddie sees first, whether it's on
Whatever it
YouTube
is.
or Facebook. A ver, Eddie.
La charanga.
Let's see. Let's see what the delay.
Let's go.
A ver.
Freebird.
Let's see what the
Master
first
of
song comes
Puppets.
up.
¿Qué va a
Master
hacer?
of Puppets. Hey, didn't Metallica just play? I just saw the
La
video where
Chona.
they played La Chona. Yeah. You got one or what, Eddie? No, yeah, no.
Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and play.
A ver. You gotta give it time. Porque...
How about this one?
Hold on. Ahí vienen.
Tanto.
No digas que no.
They won.
Oigo.
Quiero ser el que con besos te despierta en las mañanas, el que te abraza antes de que suene la alarma, el que te hace travesuras en la cama. Quiero ser el que te lleva de la mano a todas partes, el que se ríe de las bromas que tú haces y en el que tú puedes confiar sin que te falle. No digas que no, se te notan los ojitos que te gustó, que quieres rozar mis labios con los tuyos y que sueñas con el día en que estemos juntos. No digas que no, tienes ganas de ser algo más que amigos, que tus sueños se fusionen con los míos. No te va a faltar amor, cariño mío, no digas que no, se te notan los ojitos que te gustó, que quieres rozar mis labios con los tuyos y que sueñas con el día en que estemos juntos. Y no digas que no.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Grupo Masizzo. Un saludo to everybody watching on YouTube, everybody watching on Facebook. You guys got a big crowd going on right now on both YouTube and Facebook. I forgot to mention this earlier. It helps the show grow. It helps these guys, right? If you guys could do me a favor, the show is absolutely free. All we ask you to do is share it. So if you haven't shared it, make sure you share it to all your social media sites. Show some love to Grupo Masizzo and also Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. Well,
¿Qué onda?
before we talk about the surprise, and we were talking earlier about how these new groups have taken, they're taken from here and taken from there, and they that slow cumbia, bro, that slow cumbia right now for the 15 to 25-year-olds is the shit.
Oh yeah.
That the
slow cumbia has always been around. Lo que and I'm just whenever I'm telling you something, Bumper, we talk a lot. It's my opinion, ¿verdad? No más.
Yeah.
Because
we already put the disclaimer. We're good.
Because if you hear como por ejemplo rolas de la mafia, ¿verdad? Rolas they were slow cumbias. They were like
Palomino.
Carillo, those songs como Los Palominos también. They were even Intocable had some real slow cumbias. 20 years ago.
Son románticas.
Son románticas, cumbias románticas. We had a few of them también.
And a lot of times when we would do a slow cumbia, era porque the lyrics had, you couldn't say them fast. You know what I mean? Like just some lyrics are in there. People think, oh man, they're so slow. But it was because of the lyrics. You couldn't, the singer couldn't say them that
no
fast.
No le puede meter el mismo sentimiento. Pero ¿sabes lo que hicieron estos? ¿Sabes lo que hicieron estos grupos? Which was pretty genius, man. They did real good. During COVID, grupos como Secretto and those bands, Secretto was the first ones y luego salió Los Dorados y salieron otros grupos. They took it to the backyard and they started singing feel-good music when everybody was feeling down during COVID. They started singing rolas de Topaz, de Pegaso, and putting Tigrillos, Panama, and they brought it to the homes of the people. So they did something very unique. And I mean, congratulations to all those bands and people tell us, why don't y'all do that? That's not us, man. We can't do that. You know, we're not gonna do that.
You got to stick to a Masizzo.
We got to stick to Masizzo. Yeah. We're authentic. You know, we want to be authentic at least. You know, we're artists first, and this was we're musicians. You know, so we're not gonna just monkey see, monkey do, and it's okay if you do it, but that's not us. In other words, and I think that's why a lot of bands don't do that because that's not no les viene del corazón.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that because you know I follow. We mentioned them a few times already. Grupo Intocable. I follow them on social media.
Yeah,
and you know I think sometimes. Ricky no se enoja, but he gets a little flustered when people ask him like, hey, are you going to collab? Are you going to do this? And, you know, he's true to his game. It's like, look, dude, we're intocable. Like,
let me tell you something about Ricky. Ricky never gets mad. He plays with people. He has
collab.
He has.
He's done collabs.
And he said that he's done collabs, but he said like, right now, like he's not like people say, well, why don't you do one with Frontera or why don't you do one with? Yeah. He's like, hey, those times have passed. Like, you know, to everybody that's doing them, I wish them the best.
And don't count it out. I mean, it could happen, verdad? Pero Intocable es otro rollo, man. And I mean, I've known Ricky for 30 years. Brian también lo conocía for almost 30 years, man. That guy never takes anything personal. That's why he's been so successul because he doesn't take things personal, man.
The Cowboys losses.
Yeah, sí anda agüitado por eso. Pero ahorita, ahorita anda agüitado por eso.
I follow this African American on TikTok, way, and I'm not a Cowboys fan, way, but I love to hear this guy. I'm sure you guys seen him, and he says trash.
Yeah,
he said that dude. He said Dak Prescott, 64 million. Trash.
Dub.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you, I haven't even seen a single game this year, man.
Because you're working.
Nah, I just don't care.
This is our group chat. Mira.
Yeah, but we're not gonna. You know what I've been watching? I've been watching the WNBA. That's what Jerry Jones did to me. I've been watching the WNBA.
I can't show you.
The Caitlin Clark.
Well, you know what? I'll say too. I've been watching if a WNBA is on.
Who do you watch? Caitlin Clark? Isn't that something? Lo que hizo Caitlin Clark?
Yeah, dude. It is.
Hey, let me tell you something. What other athlete has ever done what she's done in a sport? You name one. Think about it.
Tiger Woods.
Well, Tiger Woods. There was Arnold Palmer before.
Yeah, but Tiger Woods brought a different.
Golf was not broke. Okay. Golf was not broke.
These are the conversations that happen on the cell phone right now.
You see, hey, dude, golf was not broke, man.
Bumper Tiger Woods.
Pero let's just put it in perspective. This WNBA was losing $10 million a year. Golf was not losing $10 million a year.
Well, now they
signed a $70 million contract per year now.
And
or
the
like
stadiums are full. Like you're starting to see more people.
They put in more viewers. So you tell me Tiger Woods took it to another level. Pero he did not.
But Cuyo, I think he did. I think he did bring a.
Look how much they're making right now,
more people. Are we good, Eddie, or no?
Live.
He's ready to go.
Live golf.
No, I'm talking about.
It was a dying sport.
Was it a dying sport? No. Because it was gonna crash. Golf was not gonna crash. Estaba Chuck Daly. Estaba Arnold Palmer.
Daly.
You see, guys? These are dudes that are just full of knowledge, man.
John Daly. Hey, they're going to make a movie about... ¿Quién es John Daly, right?
He's the
They're going to make a movie about
it.
Chuck Daly is a basketball coach. Es que ando en basketball ahorita.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
¿Cómo se llama el rato que jugaba golf bien feo? That's a gambler. The dude that played golf.
Chichi Rodriguez, all those guys.
They all did, but John Daly.
But back to the point. Caitlin Clark, man, came in and made a sport relevant, dude. Golf was always there, man. My grandfather used to play golf. He used to watch golf.
I like that word, relevant.
You know, he made it. You know, she made it relevant. No, and I'm not being hard or difficult. I'm just trying to because golf was already, dude. It was already golf, dude.
Can you imagine a road trip with me on the bus with this dude? It would be. I would come back with an encyclopedia in your head like this. Saludos to Humberto Galvan watching. We good at it or no?
He's not on yet.
He's not on yet. Okay, we'll give him some time. We'll give him some time.
Un saludo para todos nuestros amigos de
We're talking es que we get personal, man. We need to. Vamos a mandar saludos.
Un saludo para
todos.
Yeah,
let's do some saludos. Get a little time right here.
Para mi papá también en Dilley, Texas, Alberto Ramírez.
Un saludo para Alex Dávila.
Para Alex, pero ¿qué más?
Lina Segura. Saludos a Humberto Galván. Who else?
La Familia Mancha. We're going to talk about them a little bit. I'll be in Gibsonburg, Ohio this weekend with La Familia Mancha.
Carlos está pidiendo otra borrachera, pero el rollo es que tenemos una sorpresa, Carlos, ahorita.
We got a little sorpresa for you. We're trying to...
Saludos from Tejano Up Radio. Jojo Herrera, saludos a Evangelina Yanes. Juanita Jiménez, saludos.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys follow Masizzo, you follow Masizzo, right? If you follow Masizzo, you know that they just did it. We were speaking of collabs. We're speaking of all these groups that have taken our music industry to another level. And one of the groups that started that was a collab you guys did with Grupo Secretto. So we have a surprise for you guys right here, all the way from the 956. Grupo Secretto.
¿Qué onda, brothers?
¿Cómo andamos?
Aquí nomás.
Al 100.
Esto.
El puro 956 ahí. ¿Se escucha?
Sí, claro. ¿Se escucha ya?
Sí.
Saludos para todos.
Saludos a todos. Bendiciones. Saludos.
Hey, so aquí tu compadre aquí dijo que Grupo Secretto habla español e inglés perfecto.
Of course.
No, pero estábamos hablando de cómo cambió. Ustedes son uno de los grupos que cambió mucho el estilo,
el género.
El género de nosotros, you know what I mean? ¿Quién era sus, ¿cómo se dice?
You can say it in English, man.
Yeah. Who was your influences cuando comenzaron Secretto?
Pues la verdad, varias agrupaciones que escuchábamos cuando estábamos, pues ahora sí que pequeños con nuestros papás, casi todo lo tropical, nos la pasábamos escuchando pura música de, pues, Tropical Panamá, Topaz, Pega, y luego pues también acá, compadre, ¿qué escuchaste, compadre?
El Superestrella. De todo.
Todo revuelto.
Ahí lo revolvimos.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Nah, man, Grupo Secretto. ¿Y cómo pasó esto? How did Grupo Secretto and Masizzo come together and say, vamos a hacer una canción?
We had talked about it a long time ago, and I was thinking about that. A lot of bands, Bumper, they don't get the opportunity to do it because they're busy and the schedules y todo. Pero Leo had approached Brian about doing, or they talked about doing a song together. And it took about 6 months to a year, ¿verdad?
Sí, lo que pasó es que cuando tocamos en Laredo juntos y estuvimos en Casa Blanca, ahí we hit it off, man. We hit it off, badass dudes. Todos los muchachos, and aparte dijo Leo, mira, we go way back, man, and you don't even know, but we liked y'all's music since y'all started, man. ¿Me entiendes? So, y yo no sabía que ellos tocaban, Leo tocaba con Invasores y otros grupos también. So he has a lot of experience in making music and so we're like, man, I think it would be something nice if we did something together. Y de ahí fue donde estuvimos, y como dice mi hermano, se tardó un poquito because just schedules and los muchachos, pues, they've been tearing it up for a while. Y nosotros también, with our thing going on, no se iba hecho más temprano, pero ya se hizo, and happy with the way the song
Otra borrachera.
Hey, y Leo, cuando te habló o cuando se juntaron con Masizzo, ¿qué pensaste?
No, pues es que yo desde bien chavalo también, bueno, cuando estaba más chavalo escuchaba Masizzo y pues siempre ha sido uno de mis grupos favoritos. Y de hecho hace poquito le conté a Upper una anécdota. ¿Te acuerdas, Upper, la que te conté?
Sí.
Y pues, o sea, yo siempre he sido fan, o sea, de Masizzo desde los inicios. Entonces ya cuando le comenté a los muchachos, oye, vamos a hacer un collab con Masizzo, y no, hombre, pues todos nos emocionamos bastante y pues esperemos y que la canción Otra Borrachera sea, pues la apoyen. Le hicimos de todo corazón para todo el público.
No, the video está con madre.
One of the things about these guys, man, like when we saw him play in Laredo, I had never seen Casablanca, dude. I had seen it packed before, but I had never seen everybody freaking dancing, dude, on the tables, Bumper. Their music while they were playing, I went out there to check it out. It wasn't just the dance floor. They were dancing not on the tables, pero donde están las mesas, hicieron circle ahí también. There was one on the dance floor.
Estaba muy lleno.
And they were dancing over here also. And y allá, it's just una vibra bien a todas, man. Puro groove, man.
Hablando de bailando, Secretto, cuando ustedes van para México, yo vivía en California unos ya mero 15, 16 años. Y cuando llegaba un grupo, pues para mí, tejano, norteño, y mi esposa y yo los ponemos a bailar, pues todos se miran como estamos locos porque estamos bailando en un circle.
Yeah.
En todas las partes de México, ¿así no bailan o no?
Depende.
Pues la verdad es diferente. Todos lugares tienen su forma de bailar. Obviamente acá para la área de Tamaulipas, norte de México, y pues ahora que la frontera, pues bailan de un estilo. Ya te vas un poco más al sur y bailan diferente. La verdad, cuando estás en el escenario miras de todos tipos y te das cuenta que anda gente de todas partes de la manera que baila.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Just
That's
depends,
awesome.
Con que bailen estamos contentos nosotros. That's what we want to see.
Yeah.
La vibra, right?
Yeah,
we want to see them smile.
And one of the things that Secretto, and I don't mean just to say it's because they're there, but their groove is unique, man. It's people feel it live, man. When we've played y vamos a hacer más giras juntos. We're working on that. Brian and Leo están platicando para hacer more gigs together. And another song también. So all those people que estén al pendiente con el grupo Secretto, Masizzo, doing another collab and also doing some shows together.
Lo que pasa es que the way going back to why it hit and together, and por qué sentimos nosotros, es que ellos son familia igual que nosotros, ¿me entiendes? Ellos se tratan como familia todos, ¿me entiendes? Y nosotros también así pues somos de la familia nosotros, and we like to see that, man. We like to see bands que estén unidos, and that's how I felt with these guys.
Man, está bien.
Real unique.
Hey, y ya vinieron al restaurante Los Garcías a
no
comer.
No han venido todavía.
No hemos tenido la oportunidad.
Because they're always on the
Deja
road,
tú,
man.
cuando vayamos le vamos a dar un bajón.
Sí, seguro.
Es mejor que se tarden un poquito más.
Comida a la hielera.
Con Uber si puede, le mandamos el Uber.
Hey, Secretto, antes que se van ustedes, ¿dónde van a estar tocando este fin de semana o las semanas que vienen?
Primeramente Dios, este sábado estaremos allá en Hampstead, a un lado de Houston, a toda la gente que está conectada ahorita. Junto con los compañeros de Masizzo, vamos a estar juntos ahí. Para que vayan a escuchar Otra Borrachera juntos, y pues obviamente vamos a hacer algo diferente, como se llama el tour, aprovechando que las agrupaciones, pues obviamente vamos a estar juntos. Nos gustó bastante ahora que estuvimos en Uvalde, que estuvimos en Uvalde y tuvieron la oportunidad de estar ahí. Man, we honestly wanted to play more songs together, but obviously they couldn't because they had another thing to do. And estábamos súper contentos y ojalá este fin de semana hacer algo diferente.
Yeah.
All right.
Sí,
A ver, pueden caer aquí con Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, hacer una entrevista aquí del estudio. That'd be really cool because people they've been hounding me and Eddie que todavía we haven't had secretos de parandas. So we're gonna start a ver que si comenzamos con Grupo Secretto, a ver si puede ser. Pero, you know, thank you guys, man. I really appreciate it. I know you guys could be doing 100 different things. You guys are probably practicing or, I don't know, making a new song, algo, pero aquí, you know, you're here
These
with us.
guys are always together.
Siempre están
Man.
grabando.
They're always together.
¡Ya están listos!
Yeah.
Seguro.
¡Hell yeah! Nomás falta el acordeón.
Ahí está.
Ahí está el acordeón.
Ahí está también la coche.
See, these
La
guys
cosa
are
va para
always making new music for their fans, man.
That's awesome, man.
Ahí estamos, carnal.
Bueno, Secretto, gracias.
Saludos, guys. Nos vemos el sábado.
This weekend, man.
We'll see you on Saturday. Thank you, brother.
Man,
you,
Grupo
appreciate it. Thank
Secretto,
you.
all the way from the 956. Gracias, man. All the way from the 956, dude. That's cool, bro. For me, that's cool because, again, I you know, another group that I talked to is De Paranda. I got to sit down and talk to those guys in Milwaukee. And what I found really cool about it was maybe I just really hadn't paid attention to Tejano group because they are. Eddie schooled me. He's like, no, there's a lot that do 100% wireless. And those groups, they're wireless, dude. And they, for me, it was cool to see them like, pues, el vato estaba acá y luego he was over here and then over here and over here. You know what I mean? They're moving around. They're doing the old dance. They're doing some of the dances and it was just an awesome show band. You know what I mean?
Otro grupo, you know, que le está echando ganas and saludos para todos ellos, pero they've been, you know, it takes a lot of work right now. We were talking about, you know, we were recording an album, which an album was hard to do back in the day because it was just a lot of stuff that went into it. Pero ahorita también está difícil because you record a song, you got to record another one because that first song that you just did se va a acabar in 2-3 weeks, you know, and you got to go with the next one. And then, so these guys here are taking out new music all the time, man.
And we were talking about that. You know, I don't think, you know, for the fans, this is a great conversation. You know, times have changed. You know, I never, until you guys said that here a few minutes ago when we were offline, about how there's no songs like that no more.
No, it's done.
There's not going to be, you know, tragos amargos. There's not going to be coqueta. There's not, you know what I mean? Like those songs, these groups are putting out so many singles, right, to stay on top.
It's because it's the evolution of music, man. It's happening in country. It's happening everywhere. Yeah. Now you dig. I mean, you'll get there's some bands that will get lucky, and va quedar una que se va pegar como No Se Va was one of those. You know,
for sure.
But
so
going back to, well, I mean, my opinion again, it's No Se Va. Is it gonna be out there in 5 years from now? I know Y Todo Para Qué is gonna be there. But is No Se Va gonna be, or was it gonna be one? Hey, remember that song No Se Va?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
we don't know yet because
we don't know
exactly.
It's still in that limbo.
That's why you gotta record new stuff all the time.
One of the things about Secretto, I don't mean to cut you off. I don't want to. They're real humble, man. You with the success, the money that they're making, the people that they're playing. When we're in the studio, I was very impressed with how. And you talk about us being humble, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
They're real humble dudes, man. And they're real good at what they do. And they know what they're doing. Pero bien humildes, la gente, just awesome people, man. Just great people, man.
Un saludo to Chris Ramirez, Grupo Letal out there.
Our little brother.
Your little brother, right?
Is he doing an interview?
Yeah, he's...
¿Cuándo es?
We got him next month. He'll be here.
Grupo Letal.
Yeah, puro, your whole family.
Right?
Yeah, we've been trying
Saludos para él. Saludos para Roger. Roger, I know Roger was here too.
Yeah, Roger was here.
I want to read his comment. It's long, so it's hard to put on there. But he said, I learned many lessons being on the road with these dudes, especially Cuito. Taught me many things that I use now when it comes to my band.
Órale. He's my little brother,
awesome,
man. He's my little brother. He's you know what Chris did, man? He did his own band. He just invented something for himself and it's working, man. And congratulations to him. And we help him out, but he doesn't need help, man. He knows what he's doing. And saludos para Grupo Letal and all the band members of Grupo Letal. Keep on kicking butt, mijo.
Yeah, you guys are a musical family. We're gonna get into the next part of the show. Eddie, what do we got?
Time.
Mira, aquí hay varios casitas bien bonitas. And not just here, by the way. Not just here. Anywhere. Nada más haz reach out. Maybe north side, south, east, west. Nada más puro reach out vibes. Suavecísimo. Bien, mira, casa chingón y casa bien chingón, mira.
Hey guys, it's Leo Correa with Grupo La Calma and Internet and Marketing Manager here at Ron Hoover RV and Marine Center in Odessa, Texas. Our General Manager, Mr. Anthony Patterson, a huge fan of Tejano music. So we are proud to announce that we are proud sponsors of the Bumpers Wacky Wednesday every Wednesday, guys. If you know anyone, family member, friends that is in the market right now, make sure you come by and visit us here at Ron Hoover RV and Marine Center in Odessa, Texas. You can visit us online, www.ronhoover.com. If you're in the market for a fifth wheel, we have both C classes, A classes. We have travel trailers, everything that you need to make memories with your family. Come by over here. We're located at 1529 East 2nd Street. 1529 East 2nd Street here in Odessa, Texas, or give me a call. Our cell phone number is 210-906-3796. We're here for you guys, and come by and see why everyone's talking about Ron Hoover of Odessa, Texas, your West Texas. Yes, guys. Vámonos.
Are you a disabled veteran unsure if you're receiving all the benefits you deserve? Contact Just for Veterans, Coach Retired Sergeant Major United States Marine Corps, Oscar Ornelas at 951-388-4072. With a deep passion for serving veterans from all branches, he specializes in VA ratings to ensure you receive what you've earned for serving our nation. At Just for Veterans, getting your disability claim processed is now straightforward, thanks to our veteran design system. Don't delay. Book your consultation today with Oscar Ronellis at 951-388-4072. Remember to mention you've seen this ad on Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. Just for Veterans, if you don't win your claim, you don't owe us anything. Your benefits matter, and we're here to help.
Yeah. All right, and don't forget this weekend we got two big fundraisers, man. Our good friend Richard Rashawn Lopez, right? They're going to be out there doing a fundraiser, also battling cancer. It's going to be at the Social Spot, 930 Broadway Street, 78215 here in San Antonio. This Sunday, Jay Perez, Los Desperados, La Diferencia, many others are going to be out there playing. If you guys want to get out there and show some love, it's going to be a free event. I'm sure they're going to be there taking donations. Again, this is to raise money for cancer, for our good friend fighting cancer, man. So if you guys can make it out this Sunday, they're going to also have a plate sale. Go out there and check them out at the Social Spot, Sunday, September 29th. That's this Sunday.
It's going to die. That's why I'm not on it.
And also, Stick with Rick benefit concert, right? Our good friend Rick Vega, who plays for Marcos Orozco, he's also doing his benefit on the same exact day. So we're going to try to make both places show some love. That one's going to be $15 a person, $25 a couple. Of course, all the proceeds go to Rick and his battle with cancer. It's tough, man. I've got to have many conversations with them. So if you guys can make it out, it would be really cool at the R&J Saloon. They're on the south side of San Antonio, 4910 South Flores. And again, it's going to be this Sunday, the 29th, right? I might make it out to that one as I get back from Ohio. We're going to have Mike Gonzalez and the Iconics, the Conjunto Cats, Texas Latino, Marcos Orozco, Ram Herrera. So don't miss it, man. This Sunday at the R&J Saloon on Florida Street. And then Fiesta en la Playa. Good friend Jim Luna and Quarter Moon Productions. This is going to be a makeup for the... they were going to have one at the beach, but the rain was coming, so they changed the date. So it's going to be more towards a Halloween bash. It's going to be $500 cash prize for the best costume, right? La Tropa F, the return of La Tropa F. They're going to be there. Mike Gonzalez and the Iconics. Roel Martinez. Let me see. Lázaro Perez, Hilda Lamas, and then again the official Emilio tribute. Both of his sons will be out there jamming. You guys had a chance to listen to them? Yeah. Bro. Dude, Diego and Emilio, Diego sounds so much like his pops. I'm sure he hears that all the time, but me and Eddie got to see it. Another event that Jim had done, and it was really, really cool, man. So Fiesta en la Playa, man. Make sure you guys are gonna go check it out. It's gonna be in Rockport, Texas, right? Rockport, Texas, October 25th and 26th. There in Rockport. So make sure you guys get your tickets. Right, you can get your tickets at qmpeventmania.com. qmpeventmania.com. Get your tickets, and there'll also be tickets at the door as well. And we
lost one.
Damn. That always happens, bro.
Man down.
Yeah, man down. One can't happen. And everybody that's hanging out with us, thank you guys so much. I know a lot of you guys have been requesting music. And these dudes, se armaron, they're getting ready, they're loosening up.
They've been asking for Por Tu Capricho, Vuelve a Mí. We'll get to some songs ahorita.
No, for sure. But this is the first time that I've had both of you on the show. I've had you, Brian couldn't make it. I've had Isaias a couple of times by himself. And you know what I find really amazing, bro, is the family, right? Running a business, being in a family is one thing, but being a musical group, being on the road, that's a whole nother thing, right?
We've been doing it for how many years? We've been doing it for 20. Even before Masizzo, we were already playing together and locally.
And you guys used to help out los trenos también, right?
My dad, I mean, really, it was my dad and my uncle Juan. He was a original lead singer, so we would. Yo tocaba el bajo and my brother played the bass.
Yo tocaba el bass.
So, and then even before yo todavía tocaba, he was already playing with trenos, my dad and my uncles. And
I started when I was a freshman in high school. And they told me, we got a gig, you got to learn how to play the bass this week.
So, yeah. What's up with you and your family putting people on the spot? Aquí estaba tu primo. From Espada, Roger, he was like, hey, my dad said, hey, get up there, you're going to play the drums. Like, what do you mean you're going to play the drums? Yeah, get up there.
Because if you got it, you're going to show it.
Or they'd kick your ass.
Yeah.
No te creas.
So before we get into a song, if you guys ever go back and you want to go watch when Masizzo was here, it's been a couple of years. There's a question that I don't think we really touched on too much, but I'm sure a lot of Masizzo fans, and I'm sure you guys have been asked this question a million times. We talked about the branch and, all those groups that got started.
Mm-hmm.
You played for years with probably the greatest this style of music band of all time. For me, right? But you started with a CD called La Otra Mitad. As a fan, I said, okay, well, Johnny and Albert took off.
Yeah.
And that's why they call themselves La Otra Mitad.
Or the album.
The album, right? That's why you need the album that cover. I mean, the album, that name. So, where did you get La Otra Mitad, or where does it come from?
What happened, man, and it's we never had bad intentions. When we left Intocable, we never had bad intentions. Yo tocaba el bass ahí. I learned a lot there, man. I learned chingos de madre from those guys. Those guys are the best. I learned from Los Bravos. And when I'm saying what I learned how to be, ¿me entiendes? How to be a musician. There was a lot of misconception or misinformation when we did the band. They thought that it was me who was pushing Johnny pa' acá, con mi familia. It wasn't like that. Johnny se iba a salir. And it just so happened que yo dije, pues, you know what? Let's do it. I'll play the accordion. Brian,
so Johnny was he was the instigator?
He wasn't necessarily the instigator. People that were inside knew what was up, ¿me entiendes? And I'll get back to your La Otra Mitad thing. He was going to do a band with another band, okay? And that's the fact. And I always liked the way he sang. I always liked the way he sang the first voice. He had a real unique voice. And I would tell him, Johnny, you should sing first voice. Not necessarily para meterle una idea en su plant a seed. I just thought he sang commercial.
The thing is, well, I'm sorry, but Well, I already had the band Masizzo.
Yeah.
I already had it. It was already Masizzo. My dad was playing with me. Roger would play
It was
with me.
Roger, Brian, and my dad, and they had a guy named
a bass player. So my brother said, "Hey, Johnny has a couple of songs that he wants to produce for you."
Yeah.
And I already had a contract signed with Soundmix, which is Bob Griever. We already had a recording deal, ¿verdad? So, and I was a lead singer. So then my brother says, "Hey, we have this deal with Johnny wants to come and help you. He'll guide you through the vocals." And so grabó. Just for me, like our demo.
He did the demo, yeah.
Just so I could practice the songs.
It wasn't like...
It wasn't done like
it wasn't done como like para ir a tratar de... We were recording Cuatro, man, when that was going.
Yeah.
We're recording Eres Mi Droga, Donde Estás. We're doing those songs. And Johnny and I were going to help my brother out. That's basically what happened.
Yeah.
That was in February, okay? So March comes along and Johnny, we're in Monterrey, me dice, hey, me voy a salir del grupo, parece. So I said, you know what? Let's do it. I'll play the accordion.
We'll talk to him. You make that sound so. He says, me voy a salir del grupo. And you're like, fuck it, I'm gone.
Yeah, because yo le tenía fe, and that had been a topic. And that's the truth, man. That's the damn truth, you know. And nobody can tell me no because
you lived it. You were there.
Yeah, I was there. Anybody who says different is bullshit.
Imagine how hard it would. He had just had this dude.
Yeah.
He was a baby, so it wasn't gonna be like.
I had security there.
Exactly. He had everything going with Intocable. They're just going up and up.
We're
and
barely,
up, you know.
Apenas íbamos para arriba, you know.
Yeah.
So there's no way that he was gonna go back with me and do our thing. Donde nothing was guaranteed.
Nothing was guaranteed, you know.
So it wasn't
gonna be
done.
hard.
He didn't leave the band to come and see what we're gonna do. It wasn't like that. It just happened like that.
So one of the things that happened was going to La Otra Mitad. It wasn't premeditated. It wasn't que, hey, we're La Otra Mitad. Someone like, dude, that was marketing from Bob Griever, from that team.
And there was a song, no?
Había una canción que se llamaba La Mitad. And Bob Griever, que en paz descanse, él dijo, I'm going to take away Masizzo, I'm going to put La Mitad. He wanted to name us La Mitad. Imagine that. And we said, hell no.
You would have been half to hold this.
Yeah, it would have been half. No, we would say, when are we going to be? That's why we put 100%. Because now we're 100% on the second album.
Right.
So the truth is that La Otra Mitad was, and people sort of saw, thought that que había estía ahí. Dude, I kept in touch with those guys, with Intocable, with all of them, and Johnny.
So did you let Johnny break the ice to Ricky and Lene, or?
They found out because they found out through the grapevine. I don't know exactly how they found out, but they approached us and they said, we heard this, and they, it went good for them and it went good for us because there was nothing in contra. That's why they brought in Danny Sanchez, they brought in Silvestre, que en paz descanse. And they were able to take off because Ricky's Intocable, you understand?
Otra cosa, whenever, I mean, qué loco, man, because when he gets out, 2 years later they had that accident.
Yeah.
And
no,
one of
like
the guys,
a year and a half, Brian, like a year and a half. Yeah.
One of the guys
Super Bowl
that
Sunday.
passed sat where he was sitting.
Where you usually sit.
Where you usually sit in the Suburban. ¿Me entiendes? And por algo pasan las cosas, ¿me entiendes?
That's it, man. It's life, brother.
And y desgraciadamente pues le pasó a alguien más, ¿verdad? Pero imagine if,
Yeah, no, for sure,
this,
man.
it would have been a different story right now, talking about this.
No. And we're back live. We did it on purpose just to make sure you guys are watching and paying attention. And this is a live show, man. Sometimes shit happens and shit just happened, right?
Everybody else got cut off. We were
still on. Everybody else got cut off. But no hay pedo. Here we are. We're back live. So make sure you guys tell your friends to come back on. We're back on the same feed. I'm glad we have Eddie because I would have stopped it and restarted everything, and we're still on the same feed. So no hay pedo. Aquí andamos. If you just joined us, I'm here with Grupo Masizzo all the way from Pearsall, Dilly area, here on Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. We just had a slight interruption, but we're back live for you guys.
I'm on y'all's Facebook page.
Are you good?
No sale.
Did you refresh it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not on.
Yeah.
I'll
tell you this, Bumper. That was a badass comeback right there. Se me hace que no sé.
Hold on.
No sé, grabó.
It looked like we were live. It's playing the video again. Eddie? I think it's playing the video again. Yeah, because it doesn't say live up here.
No, it doesn't say live.
Maybe YouTube is live.
Is YouTube live?
It wouldn't split it like that.
Yeah. On YouTube, we're live.
Still live right now? Yeah.
YouTube is good. It's Facebook. Are we back good on Facebook?
You want to just keep it on YouTube?
Hold on.
Saludos para todos, YouTube.
Dice mi hermano Mark, it's on YouTube,
like,
not Facebook.
It's working on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not working on Facebook though. Oh, Facebook. 18.0.1. That's what happens with all these.
It was Facebook shut us down because we started talking about too much stuff.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was getting
censorship.
Good too. It was censorship.
That's why.
You want to stop it and restart it or what?
What word did we say that was wrong?
Just because we have people that don't do YouTube.
I just said Kamala y se apagó. Es todo lo que sé.
Boom.
You want to stop it and do it again?